Hi, guys. Welcome to the energy update for Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. I kind of feel like this day does not want to be recorded. This is the third time I've recorded the energy for this day, and um, it's just, I don't know. It's something. There's something. There's something. Um, let's just take a look at it. Right now, we're under the Cancer moon. Welcome to Pisces season. This Pisces season is going to be very spiritually cleansing. Really starting with this week and the Virgo full moon coming up. Um, there's I strongly talk about all the time about how spirituality is not about connecting to those who've crossed over, and it's not about having all of these like catchphrases and spiritual insights and all this knowing and everything. Spirituality is connecting to yourself, and it is completing and finding wholeness within yourself. That's like the whole meaning of life, is you. And I'm actually in April on Patreon, on the universe here on Patreon, we will be doing a series called Inhabiting Your Body, and really learning how to regain agency towards our body. And to me, that's the most spiritual thing that you can do. In shamanic work, it's soul retrieval. And a lot of people believe that only shamans can do those soul retrievals, but I've learned that you can regain agency of your body and find those souls without a shaman. I mean, like, we all have that power and that gift inside of us. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult and there needs to be a little bit of guidance, but I'm a strong believer that we have all this power inside of us. And when we regain that agency, we can cure things like diseases, right? Like, one of the biggest things why I'm doing this is because I'm hoping somehow in some way I can turn my DNA around. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But there's always miracles around the bend. So this on Tuesday, so Monday probably felt like you were really hard on yourself, right? And then so Tuesday we're coming in to, let's take a look at the chart. Tuesday morning, as we're waking up, we will have the Cancer moon square Chiron and the North Node, and was kind of doing it already, probably a good hour or so before we woke up. But this is really pushing us out of our comfort zone. There's something that is changing, or there's something that needs to be closed out. There's a cycle that wants to be ended after this, the astrology for, as we're going into spring, at the end of Pisces season and even moving into Aries season, we're having the spiritual cleansing here, and then we have the eclipse season, for at the end of March. So going into Aries season is when we begin eclipse season. So there are things that we're closing out right now. And Tuesday, there's this pull, nudge, a little bit of shove out of your comfort zone. And in a lot of ways, it's probably about advocating for yourself, and probably in a lot of ways, advocating for your body, advocating for your feelings, advocating for your soul and your wholeness in some way, shape, or form. Especially, wherever, the Cancer moon is and the North Node and Chiron and Aries are in your chart. And then we'll have the Cancer moon will sextile Uranus. Here we see the Cancer moon sextile Uranus. So you may find also that whatever it is that you're advocating for yourself for will also change things. Could even be like, you have to sort of be careful, because this could be an explosive emotional outburst. It could be a tantrum, and that could change things where maybe you said something you didn't really mean, but now it's changed forever. So really pay attention to how you're being triggered and how you're projecting your emotions with this. because something good and positive is coming out of this, some kind of movement that you've probably been waiting for quite some time is coming out of this week, and really with this Cancer moon and moving into the Virgo full moon. So then we're going to have the moon trine Neptune later on in the day. Here we go. And then the moon will be void after that trine to Neptune. So, this moon trine Neptune is probably going to give us some pretty sweet dreams. I'm hoping to be able to sleep really heavy on Tuesday night because I haven't been sleeping very well lately. Henry tells me that I'm sleeping really deeply, but it doesn't feel like it. I feel like I'm like working in my sleep right now. It's very strange. So, but this is also just going to kind of give us we're going to be extra sensitive to everything with this Cancer moon trine Neptune, especially after that square to Chiron and the North Node. And then the moon will be void overnight until it will ingress Leo on Wednesday, which we will talk about because that's going to be a really interesting, we'll talk about that one for Wednesday. Lots of self-care this week, lots of inner work this week, lots of, you can call it shadow work if you want to. It is very, a lot of 12th house feels because of we're in Pisces season. It's the 12th house feel season. Pisces is the 12th zodiac sign and carries with it all of the stories of each of the other zodiac signs that came before it, and can very often become confused at whether they're feeling their own emotions or they're feeling someone else's emotions. And sometimes that comes out in ways that makes them look like they're not all together, right? But Pisces are incredibly intelligent individuals, and they're really keen, like really, really super keen. But they have to find autonomy with themselves, like in a big way. And so this Pisces season, we're sort of doing, that's what we're doing with all this Aries energy, all this Aquarius energy. And then we have this Cancer moon happening. So let's see with the Oracle card for the Sacred Traveler. Let's see what Oracle energy we have for Tuesday, February 20th. 1 and 24. Ooh, nice. Great Adventure and Mystic Healer. Great Adventure. Take a risk, venture forward. Great Adventure. Take a risk. This makes me feel like it's like getting a reading that has the 3 of Wands and the 6 of Swords, and maybe the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. Like those 4 cards together. That's what this Oracle card is. Great Adventure. Take a risk and venture forward. Oh, my heart is like racing because I know what the risk, I know what we have to do. I know what the risk is that we have to do too. And it's so scary. It's scary to do things that are unknown, that you don't know how it's going to turn out, especially if you've tried in the past to do it and it didn't turn out well. It can be very scary to try that again. We have Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you for Tuesday. So I feel like with these 2 cards, it really feels like you're in control of how these next experiences are going to look. The energy is already flowing through you, and you're already creating that path forward, especially if you're making moves, if you're planting seeds. So I feel like there's this, and that's that, the Cancer moon square Chiron is really pushing you out of your comfort zone to do something, to take charge of something. And reminding yourself that it's possible for you to do it. All right, my friends, thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you guys that just continue to show up all the time. It makes me feel so good to be here for you. I appreciate everybody, and I'll see you for Wednesday's energy. Bye.